Hi, Shalom. Nah, I just excuse me. I just was kind of learning a lot because when I came to the truth about Yahawah Shai, that being his name, and the ties between Joshua, it was kind of interesting to me. So I kind of want to share um, what I learned. So correct me if I'm wrong again, but this is Moses. Yahweh speaking to him. Now, therefore, hearken, or no, excuse me. Um, Gotta get to the 16th chapter. Sorry, not a Apostle Gabar. He's real good. Oops. Get to Deuteronomy, the first chapter. And to the 30th verse. At a point. I'm new. Give me a break. Alright. Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see that good land which I swear to give unto your fathers. Kind of reminds me of the Israelites. Before they went out, before they became Gentiles. Because keep in mind, I think it was Judah and Israel were going to war, and the kingdom separated, and as they became Gentiles, they prophesied against them. But either way, save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it, and him I'll give the land that he hath trodden upon, and to his children, because he hath wholly followed the Lord Yahweh. And when you drop to this verse, it says, but Joshua, and we all know his name's Yahawashi, the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. I see a common theme here, like correct me if I'm wrong again. Maybe it was Yahweh like setting the roadmap already for future generations. Either way, he's going to cause Caleb, and if you go into the name Caleb, it means dog, and they refer to Gentiles as dogs. I'll get into that right now. I just wanted to point out something real quick about Joshua and Moses. Because he was the right-hand man of Moses, and there was a time where he mentioned to Moses, he was speaking to Aaron, he said, thou shalt be, Aaron shall be like your voice unto them, and Moses shall be likened unto a god. But, excuse me, there's no other god but Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But it was just interesting. I think there's symbolism or something going on here. 4:16. Alright. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth, and I'll be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and I will teach you what ye shall do. And ye shall be thy spokesman unto the people, and he shall be, even he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. So I think there's like a symbolism there, and if you keep in mind, Joshua was the right-hand man of Moses. So I think there's like a symbolism there, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I wouldn't even be looking into this unless I haven't learned these things from Great Millstone too. So we know that Joshua's real name is Yahawashi, and right here you see that he was like him, and even when he spoke to Pharaoh, he said, "You shall be like unto a god to Pharaoh." But it was a lowercase g. But there's a theme here. And this was the point I wanted to get to real quick. I'll leave that there. Yeah, let's do this. And I thought I was being slick on this. Like I said, man, I saw this, and then I was watching GMS Old School, and Apostle Gabar said the same thing I was talking about. So I know this didn't escape his notice either. For 30 years, earn 13. Oh, excuse me, wrong chapter. Yeah, here it is already set up for me. Duh. Just a minute. And head to the 13th verse. This was Caleb. He was asking Joshua. He said, I'm at this, or here it goes, I'll start. Now therefore give me this mountain, wherefore the Lord Yahawah spake in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be the Lord Yahawah will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord Yahawah said. And Yahawashi blessed him and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for inheritance. And then I looked into this word here, Yahawashi, by the way, it's the Lord's name. Kalab means dog, and those were called heathens and all that. When the only Israelites that Yahweh kept was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and the other house of Israel broke off, and they said he called them not his sons no more, and then he was going to inherit them back when Yahawashi came back, so on and so forth. So they're likened unto Gentiles, heathen, dogs. And if you go into Kalab, here I'll do it real quick. It means dog. See here? Dog. And I'll jump back to Hebron. Yahawashi gave him an inheritance. He gave him Mount Hebron. If you look at the word Hebron, Hebron's definition means association. So that was the symbolism I was looking for. Moses, when Yahweh spoke to him, he said, Aaron shall be like that mouthpiece, the priests shall be like that mouthpiece, and Moses, you shall be like unto him, instead a God. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there is no other God. There's no, I'm not saying nothing like that, but I'm saying I think there's like a symbolism here, a common theme, like how he does this. And so Yahawashi, Joshua gave Caleb, the dog, the heathen, which are, Israel, who got brought back into the fold, he gave him Hebron as his inheritance. And Hebron means association. And Caleb, I just said, mean dog. And I could also show you that, touch on it real quick. I mean, there's a Samaritan woman, Israelite, and probably from Ephraim or the tribes that got separated. She asked for a blessing or something of that nature, and Yahawashi said to her, he said, it's not right for me to give the food for the children of Israel to the dogs. And she replied back, she said, well, even the dogs get the scraps from the master's table. And he said, by that statement alone, of faith, be as you have said. And he blessed her or something like that. Should look it up, but I want to do this real quick. But yeah, it was real interesting, and I learned this how to mess with this stuff too. Like if you go in the Hebrew, if you go in the Greek, I mean, these guys have been doing this for 30 years, and I kind of learned these tools. And they don't. I want to have known that, the Lord's name Joshua really is Yahawashi, but people won't touch on that because they're so stuck into Christian dogma, you know, to where they wouldn't even notice that. So, I think some pastors actually do, but they brush over that. They don't want to talk about going to the dark sayings. They don't want to go into Bible prophecy, and they definitely don't want to confess who the real Israelites are. And they still, either way. But yeah, like there's common themes throughout the Bible that I've been noticing, like fire and water, for instance. Lord destroyed the world with water. He's not going to do that again. So in Book of Revelation, he's going to do it again with fire. Nuclear missiles. It's going to happen. And then things are made clean. The gold, the silver, the garments. He said these will be made clean with fire. The gold, the silver, all these will be made clean. And the garments that you take from your enemy's hands when you destroy your enemy and get him. He said, you shall wash them with water, and everything will be made clean. And I've been hearing preachings about like fire is could be the furnace of adversity. We're made clean, or John the Baptist, even speaking of Yahawah, he said, he who comes after me will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire. So it could be the Spirit, because the Spirit's a consuming fire, or it could also be that adversity. And, water is symbolism of the Word. It's like that Samaritan woman at the well. He said, if you drink of this water, you'll never thirst again. He was talking about the Word, how the Word cleanses you and fixes you. So there's these common themes, fire, water. There's these common things throughout the Bible. I've just been noticing, and it's real cool. I learned this from Great Millstone, and you know, uh, should really check them out. I suggest going to YouTube. Get on High Holy Tube. This will teach you about the Masoretes. It'll teach you about the language. It will teach you about Gentiles, strangers. You really need to check it out. And yeah, so you go to YouTube, type in High Holy Tube, and it's going to bring you to this page. Just a minute, and click on videos, and you can see it's teaching you the Lashawan Kodash, Sabbath, Passover, and these things. And I'm wondering, like, did Paul keep the Passover, Sabbath? And you say I'm pretty sure he did. These guys are great right here. These guys are great. And but I suggest you go. Definitely look for the name. Look for the name of Yahawah. And then if you keep scrolling all the way to the bottom, you'll find the name Yahawashi. Look into Yahawashi. Check out the Masoretes. Check out strangers. And yeah, it'll give you a good little foundation. Really check out all of it. And if you want to know more about Great Millstone, you could go to their main page, therealisraelites.com. And you can see actually it's Apostle Tahar right here, Apostle Bar, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Bar. And if you go onto YouTube, you could actually type in Great Millstone and look up subscribe to their page. I strongly suggest that because these are only guys who are giving you Bible prophecy, teaching you Hebrew, going into the Hebrew text. Because if you go in the Old Testament and you really get a full understanding of the Hebrew, so when you jump into the New Testament and the Greek, you kind of have an understanding of what they're trying to do. Like on the topic of hell, on the topic of virgin birth, things like that. The difference between the Lord and or Yahawah and Yahawashi, because there is a difference between them. I remember he said something like to Peter, Yahawashi, he said, the Lord wanted to give you unto Satan to sift you like wheat. He said, but I prayed to the Father that wouldn't be so. Something like that. That shows a difference right there, but you won't really get the full understanding. I mean, if you really want to know the Lord, if you really want the truth, if you really want the Bible breakdowns, you got to get with GMS. So, anyways, yeah, with that, I'm going to say, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Call Hello Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashi, Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and all the Akim pushing the truth, the name Yahawah, Yahawashi, all the proper interpretations of the Bible, and warning people of the coming destruction that's going to happen. And with that, I'll say Shalom.